Hey sis, there are 4 different main parts to bringing your baby home. The first one is, am I ovulating? The second one is the egg fertilizing? The third, implantation. And fourth, carrying to term. Depending on a number of factors in your medical history, your health, the sperm's health, all of that will really dictate if and when those situations, those parts become a challenge. For some people with PCOS, ovulation is a challenge. For some people, they miscarry, and so they have a hard time carrying to term. For me personally, I had a lot of fibroids, which made implantation very difficult. Implantation isn't just about timing, sis. It is about the health of your uterus and your lining. So in today's video, we are going to dive into everything that you need to be doing and checking on to have a nice, strong implantation. Let's go. Some of the hardest times on my journey to baby was surviving the 2-week wait. If I'm being honest, your girl's mental health was down in the dumps a lot of the time. You see, I started symptom spawning. I started saying, oh, this is a new cramp. Oh, my food doesn't taste the same. My boobs are sore. And I would go down a rabbit hole of, I must be pregnant. This is the time it worked. And every single time my periods show up and I'd be devastated. I'd be heartbroken all over again. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced anything like that. Most people think a fertilized egg will just stick and that we need to focus on getting the egg to fertilize. But that's not always the case. The health of your uterine lining is just as important as you dropping that egg or your egg fertilizing, and it really could be the missing piece in your journey. Implantation isn't just luck. It is a delicate balance between the embryo and your uterine lining and how they biochemically connect. And the most important part of that connection is the communication, the receptivity between the two to make sure that they can bind together. Think of it this way. Your uterine lining is like soil. And if you take a healthy seed and put it into dry, cracked, depleted soil, it won't grow. But if that soil is juicy and nourished and has all of the right nutrients and you put the seed in it, it will turn into something beautiful and magical. Implantation works the exact same way. When your lining is thick and juicy and nutrient-based, you have the opportunities for that fertilized egg to implant, blossom into your bundle of joy. But if the nutrients is off, if the lining is too thin, if the hormone balance is off, it can be like that dry, depleted soil, and you never see those 2 pink lines. So what's the number one thing your fertilized embryo needs? Is a healthy, nutrient-rich, nice triple layer thick uterine lining. Unless you're doing IVF or IUI or going to a fertility clinic, you're really not going to know what your uterine lining looks like. But we can start implementing tips and tricks and all the things that we need to do to make sure we're doing our part to create that lining. So what are we looking for? What makes a uterine lining receptive? Well, for implantation to be successful, we want the lining to be at least 8 milliliters thick, for it to have a nice balance between progesterone and estrogen, and to have rich blood flow and nutrients. If your lining isn't receptive, implantation will not happen. Things that can affect your lining are inflammation, stress, poor circulation, poor blood flow, or even the nutrients and supplements that you're taking, making the environment inhospitable for implantation. So what do you need to do? Well, we need to start moving our body. 10 to 15 minutes a day will help with circulation and blood flow. Getting on the right supplements, balancing our hormones, and getting our stress and inflammation down will all make a huge difference in our lining. So if you've been here for a minute, you know that your girl had 26 fibroids removed. 26. If you haven't checked out my story, here is the link to go and check it out, sis. It's something fierce, because it wasn't until I was at my third fertility clinic where the doctor truly said to me, Sophie, you had absolutely no chance of conceiving with the amount of fibroids that you had. All of the other doctors were willing to put me through IVF, IUI, medical treatments, test after test, and were never looking at my structural uterus or things that could be impacting implantation. And sis, I don't want that for you. So something that could be impacting your implantation is the structure of your uterus and your lining. So things like polyps, fibroids, and scar tissue can impede a fertilized egg's ability to implant into the lining. Sis, if that fibroid is pushing out into that lining, the embryo will not be able to stick. It's not receptive. I wish I knew this 3 years into your girl's journey, okay? 3 years in. So what do you do if you suspect that you have a structural challenge? All right, this is what I wish I did. I'm gonna share it with you. First and foremost, go and get an HSG or a sono done. Get a clear picture of what is happening inside your uterus. If they tell you that you have fibroids, scar tissue, or polyps, ask a lot of questions. I mean, you want to be so annoying. Where is it? What size is it? Will it affect my ability to implant? What are my options? Are there natural options? How can I get it removed? Make sure you get a full picture of what is going on with you structurally so you're not on this journey as long as I was without the hope of the egg implanting. It breaks my heart because when I got on my journey, I was so naive and I truly believed that the doctors had my best interest at heart. And not all doctors are bad. But I didn't know that fibroids and polyps and all of these structural challenges could impede my ability to conceive. I didn't know. And they took advantage of that fact and continued to take money from me. So I am here to share with you to please do better than me. Be better than me and get all the information you can about the health of your uterus before you're 4 years in. So what can you do today to help with that 2-week wait, to help with implantation? You are looking at moving your body. Sis, I've said it once. I'm going to say it again. I will scream it from the rooftops. Gentle movement will help you to see those 2 pink lines. It helps to clear stress, inflammation from your body. Number 2 is let's add some circulation boosting foods to your diet. We're talking beets, pomegranate. We're talking about some dark chocolate, sis. Add it to your diet daily. You can switch between the 3 to really help that blood hum, move around, and bring nutrients to your basket. Number 3, I want you to take an active approach to reducing your stress. Meditation, better sleep, time in nature, silence, all of those things can help you to reduce stress. And number 4, get an HSG or a sono done so that we can get a clear picture of what is going on with your uterus before you've spent years on this journey. Take it from someone who knows. So here's the truth. Implantation isn't just about luck. It is about having the right uterine environment for that egg to implant and grow. Remember the soil. When it's dry and cracked, your seed won't grow. But if it's healthy and nourished and well supported, you can make something beautiful. And the key thing I want you to take away is that your 2-week wait and the health of your uterine lining actually starts the cycle before, not the cycle that you're in. So if you want to build the healthiest lining environment possible, then start implementing things today. And remember, the fastest way to bring your baby home is to create the healthiest body possible inside and out. And when we start figuring out the missing pieces that are holding you back, sis, that's when we can make magic happen. I want you to know that you got this. And when you don't got this, I got you. Baby Deaths for All.